ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pine Cove Farm here in Farming Simulator 19 with me, CWATTYESO. The Oat Harvest on Field 2 is completed. Oats are stashed in the silo. Cultivator is now busy cultivating that field. So I'm going to grab the fertiliser spreader and go down there and chuck some fertiliser on the field. I have taken the combine over to field 20. There was an Oat Harvest contract on field 20 for 25 grand. So I've taken the combine over there. I've taken the big truck and trailer over there, and I'm just going to let that self-unload itself and maintain all that good stuff. Now I've got lime in this. Do we need lime? The answer to that is no, we do not. But I do need fertiliser, so I'm going to have to go and switch this. I've got some pallets of fertiliser over here, of course. It's just a bit of a shame that I have to keep emptying out from one to the next. Fill type. It's chucked them all out. The good thing is bulk fill is working, and obviously bulk buy is working, so we'll fill these very quickly. I have also since the last video I have swapped over the monster truck mods. I've gone for the basic monster truck mod. I've got rid of the Bigfoot. I haven't actually saved and exited out of the game yet, so the Bigfoot is still in the it's still currently as an enabled mod, but I will be disabling it, and then that fixes all of the issues that mod causes because of its scripts, which mess with things that it doesn't need to actually mess with. There's another withered crop on field 3 there. That's a bit of a shame. Anyway, let's make sure we fertilise. If I run out of solid fertiliser on this field, which I imagine I probably will do, I will switch to the Rubicon and go get the sprayer and finish this field by spraying it instead. I just want to get this loose fertiliser used up, because I don't want to be having to keep emptying this. I'd rather have this as my lime spreader. All machines and tools from Amazoni are currently on sale. Interesting. That's the sales mod kicking in. So that's working again now as well, because the Bigfoot mod broke that as well, because obviously it messes with the store menu and items in the store menu. So at least store sales is working again. We can maybe have a quick look and see on that front, see what equipment is on sale. Sales, Amazoni, Castros, cultivator, cedar planter, 15 meters, Pro Chop. Really? Is that the only Amazoni equipment in the game? Really? Apparently. Always thought there was more. Always thought there was more. So obviously where we had the crop destruction, we don't need to apply any fertiliser because we've done that. the slowing down for traffic message there that just popped up on screen, that's the combine self-emptying into the trailer. Clever little machine, clever little thing that is. Oh yeah, we're going to get this field redone. I'm then going to obviously just choose and decide what we're going to put on it as far as crops. We need to make sure we've got a crop planted that is going to be profitable when we sell it. Because, like I say, I do want to buy land in the next... What I may also do, after today's video, I might skip ahead several days to the point where we have actually got the first lot of horses ready to sell, so we can get them sold and get the next load in. And that'll also then mean we're ready to buy a field. Just to speed up the series a little bit and get some progress going. I'm still not 100% decided what field I'm going to go for. Field 3 is obviously an option, but that's going to cost me £1 million, £1 million to buy. That is not a cheap field. We would need to, but it would be handy to have because it's right on the farm's doorstep. Again, I mean, field 9, that's a 769,000. That's a little bit cheaper. That's got a withered crop on it. That's got withered corn. The cultivator's doing his fantastic best to keep ahead of me. We'll get this field reworked fairly quick. We will. I'm not going to use the monster truck for seeding. I'm not. I was almost thinking to myself then, I ought to go grab the monster truck and hook him up to the... He can start seeding the field then, whilst I'm finishing off the fertilising. No. I don't think that's a good idea. Because he might actually catch up with the fertiliser spreader. Because he will be able to go at some speed with that seeder we've got. Because obviously it's a Stevie seeder. It's Stevie's modded seeder that he provides with the map. So it doesn't conform to regular seeding speeds and planting types. Obviously it plants all the crops for one thing, which is one of the reasons why we don't have a separate planter on this save. I obviously didn't need to really cultivate this field because the planter we've got, the seeder we've got, is direct drill. So I could have just fertilised. I could have been fertilising and then seeding now, but you know, it doesn't hurt to use the subsoiler. It's going to save me having to plough this field anytime soon by using the subsoiler. It's going to add that plough, reset the plough status of the field by using the subsoiler. Harvester's obviously working on well away down there in the distance. You can see where he's dropping straw on the field. I'm not going to collect the straw from the contract. I just forgot to turn off the straw swath in the course play settings. Despite the fact that the harvesters was disabled, I manually disabled the straw swath at the end of this field. Had a full blowout of the system to make sure it wasn't going to drop straw over any of the field anywhere, off the field anywhere, or on the road or anything. Course play has its own settings which it completely ignore what settings I've manually set on the machine. So when I jump back into the machine, it'll tell me that the straw swath is still disabled, even though it's been dropping straw for that contract. I need to just tittle the edge of that field, look. It looks like dude's reached the end. And he's still got a little bit to do. Hopefully he's going to get all the way up to the top. Might run into a little problem in the middle of the field there, where there's that little crossing point for the railway line. He might stop there and say, yeah, contract complete. In which case I will then have to manually jump in just to finish off that little strip. Or is he going to power on through it? He looks like he might be powering on through. Which is even better then. Even better then. But yeah, he's done the cultivating for me. Thank you. One less thing for me to have to worry about. I'm kind of hoping the weeds are going to pop up on this field before I seed it, because then I could actually come out with the weeder, remove the weeds, get the additional fertiliser state, and then I could seed on top and I wouldn't have to fertilise this field again. That would be kind of perfect almost. I'd rather remove the weeds before I've got anything planted, so I don't do crop destruction. I think I just need to hop in the cultivator just to finish off slightly on this field. I think he has just stopped a little bit short on that row. So I'm going to do that now, having... Yeah, he has. He didn't go all the way. I did do headlands, so he probably doesn't need to. I did do a headland because I thought that might happen. So I did do a headland along the top of the field because I thought he's probably not going to, with the railway line there, he's probably not going to go all the way to the edge. So yeah, that actually worked out well in my favour, predicting that. There's our lovely horses. Fine bunch of animals. Fine bunch of animals. Right, let's put the cultivator back in the shed. We ain't going to need that for a while. Despite the fact there's a couple of more fields that are withered and potentially have contracts on them. I'm going to hang fire. Because like I say, I plan to fast forward a couple of days to get to the selling of horses, making lots of bank, and then being able to buy fields or field depending on how much money we've got. used to pull the fertiliser. There'll be a little bit left, but only 2 pallets probably, just over 2 pallets maybe. Which I'll probably end up using in the oh no, I won't use it in the seeder, will I? Because we don't do... Oh no, we will use it in the seeder. Because on this map, our seeder does take fertiliser. I get confused, you know. When you're playing multiple saves and you're playing on, and I'm playing multiplayer as well, I get confused as to what I've got. I get confused as to what equipment I've got. The seeder on this map does fertilise. Yes. If I put fertiliser in it. The one on the server doesn't. So yeah, I will be able to use this 2047 litres. And then obviously we're going to pick this up. Put back in all the lime. And we're not going to empty this again. Once this is filled with lime, it's going to stay as a lime spreader now for the rest of the time on this map. So much easier to fill with the bulk fill mod. Because I've only got to click the button once and it just empties all those pallets that are in range. And if I drive up to the next load, it will scan all of them. And of course it'll let me empty all of those too. So we can go do the seeding next. 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't think we're going to see weeds emerging. Oh no, weeds are on the way down by the looks of that. So it looks like they've actually missed us. We might have missed the weeds then. We might not get any. Even better. Time that even better then. That's going to save me a job. Let's go park this. I still don't... still really hate the swivelly axle on this. If this didn't have swivelly axles, I would love this mod even more. I would really enjoy this mod. If there was a way to lock the swivelly axles without having to download and install another mod, even better. Instead, what I've taken to doing is I get that kind of straight, I detach, I then hop out, and people are probably going to get a little annoyed by this, but basically, lumberjack mod, double tap the alt key, get the super strength, strong arms, and I just slide the machine back into the shed where it can and turn off the strong arms so I don't end up throwing the tractor halfway across the map. And we'll go grab the seeder. I'm hoping it's still up here. No, it's not. Where have I put the seeder? The seeder's parked back down on the flat, is it? I thought the seeder was up here. It is, it's in that shed there. Drove completely past it. Blind. I'm blind, everybody. Right, there you are, look, fertiliser, 42%. We'll go fill that up using those couple of little pallets then, and then we can start thinking what we're going to put on that field to replace the oats. What haven't we harvested? What's going to make us lots of money? Probably not going to need straw, so let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. Wheat 666, barley 676, oats 1086, canola 1252, sunflowers not that high, soybeans is good shout. What about some of the other new crops? Alfalfa. No one buys alfalfa anywhere. Alfalfa windrow they do. Dry alfalfa, no. Alfalfa silage. Sorghum, that's not bad. Over £1,000. What about sorghum? We've not done sorghum. Can I plant sorghum with this machine? I can. Well, that's what I'm going to do. I mean, if I'm going to do soybeans, I probably want to do it on a bigger field than this field anyway. So yeah. For me personally, I'm not seeing an issue. Not seeing an issue. So yeah, we'll put the sorghum on this field. Have a quick check. Can't tell because obviously we're doing the row. Once it's got a bit further into the field, we'll be able to see how it's getting on. How much fertilising we're going to have to do post seeding. How's the truck? Truck has got 29,000 litres in it so far, so it looks like the combine has only emptied once. I don't know how many rows he's done then. Bring him into the middle of the field now. Part there. Right. Yeah, monster truck's there. So that's the new monster truck. Not as nice as the Bigfoot one, obviously. Hasn't got the official Ford branding and stuff on it. I tried to get it as close as so the same kind of blue, stainless steel rims. I did have the frame at the back black. The additional bit, which is like the bull bars, the roll cage, should I say, and the lights. And then there's also some of the framework underneath is controlled by the same colour. Whatever you set that to, it affects some of this. I did have a look at red and things, but it just looked a bit cartoony, so I kind of left it. So how are the horses getting on? Let's have a look. They're okay. Don't need any stuff. They're well fed at the minute. So one pen's horses are all at 40,000. So 40, 80, 120, 160, 200, 240, 280, 320, 360, 400, 440, 480, 520, 560, 600, 640, So we're looking at about 640 grand if I was to sell these horses now. If I was to sell that first pen of horses at the current value, we'd be making 640 grand. On top of the 515 we've already got, that would allow us to buy field 3. So I could actually sell the horses early. I mean, field 9's an option as well. That's a little bit cheap. It's only a little bit cheaper. About, you know, 700,000, 70,000 cheaper. So field 8, I think, maybe is, oh sorry, field 9, isn't it? 769, yeah. So it's about 300,000 cheaper, field 9. But then you've got to cross the railway line to get to it all the time. Whereas I think field 3, if we go up and have a quick look at field 3, does give us a few little options down here. Quite a nice field. We have got the hillside. If I could always come down here and chop out some of these trees, you know. We do have that option available to us. It does open up a little bit then back here. And then again, it's a little bit tight with the trees over here, but again, there's always the option I can remove those. We can wood chip them. Get a wood chipper, bring it down, wood chip all the trees, and then we ain't got it. We can work the field in whatever direction we want. We could even, well, I don't think we'd even need to remove the ones from here, because they're well away. All the equipment should be able to turn around on there. So yeah, field 3. Field 3 is probably the leading contender so far, I think, when it comes to buying land. So cedar, yeah, the cedar's not actually applying for at the minute because we haven't changed the ground state after applying the fertiliser from the spreader, so we would have to come down here with the Rubicon and manually fertilise that. Which again, entirely possible. Surprised we didn't cultivate that straw in, actually. Yeah, Mr. Cosplay. I wonder if he's going a little bit slower because I've messed up his GPS mod. I've messed up his cruise control when I was adjusting the pipe angle, because I've changed the rebinds, haven't I? I've remapped the pipe toggler doohickey. It'll take about an hour apparently for it to finish this field. He's still only got one load in him currently. So the harvester's not yet emptied again. Seems a bit odd. He's only half full. Strange. I would have thought he'd be filling up a lot faster than that. Guess the field's not been well prepared in terms of fertilising and lime and stuff maybe, so yield might be a little bit down on that particular field. Oh, I've messed up again. There is a little path and it's here, so it's actually just past that shed. There's a little roadway through to get to this field. Unfortunately, and I keep missing it. Gotta remember, go past the shed, get into the field, but if you go past the chickens, you've got to go all the way to the road and come round the roadway to get to the field. So you can take the little route just past the shed, otherwise it's all the way to the chickens. You've got to go. Am I getting fertiliser on here? Oh. I've got to wait for the crop to emerge then, haven't I? Got to wait to the first growth stage then before it's going to actually let me do the spraying. Huh. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought that? So yeah, I'm just going to leave that part there then. Can't really do much. Got to wait for the first crop to emerge. Seeder is going to carry on seeding for me. And harvester will carry on harvesting for me. So yeah, when you come back for the next episode, folks, we'll have got the this contract will be done, turned in, cashed in. I'll have probably skipped ahead a couple of days. Obviously, we'll bring you back, make sure you're back in time to see the harvest of the sorghum on field 2. But hopefully, we'll be selling some horses and getting some cash, and then we can buy field 3, and then we've got 2 fields that we can rotate our lovely little crops on. Why isn't this guy going a bit faster on the field? I do stop driver. He's still going to drive at 9 because I believe that's probably down to the I think the header probably needs a repair then on that. Probably should have repaired the header. Now he's back up to 10 again, he's back up to full speed. Right folks, I'm going to leave you guys here. I'm going to say thank you very much for watching today's episode, hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you all in the next video in the not too distant future. So please make sure you've clicked that like button on today's video. You've remembered to subscribe if you're not already doing so. And apparently, again, when I've checked my analytics just recently, 94% of you still aren't subscribed. 94% of you people, you lot watching these videos, are not subscribed. It doesn't cost you anything on YouTube. Click the button. Click the button. And I'll see you again very, very soon. So, from Pine Cove Farms, here in FS19, and from me, CWATTY. Take care of yourselves, everybody. Stay safe, and I'll see you all again very soon.